To tell. How can we tell that? Well, on the one hand, I told you that the anterior horn doesn't reach the edge, and the posterior horn kind of reach the edge, right? But it's kind of a borderline this one, right? It's kind of like a, well, this one is, yeah, it's pretty clear. But the most important thing is identifying quickly the dorsal root ganglion. There is no ventral root ganglion. There is no such a thing as a ventral root ganglion. So therefore, if this is the dorsal root ganglion, therefore this is the dorsal root, and this is the anterior root. This is the dorsal horn. This is the anterior horn. The lateral horn, the great commission, the central canal, the anterior median fissure, and the posterior medial fissure. I mean sulcus. And then this is the spinal nerve. Here again, the posterior horn, anterior horn, the great commission, the central canal, the posterior column, the anterior column, the lateral column. That is very simple. And same thing for this. From here, you have the anterior horn, the posterior horn, the lateral horn, the great commissure, the central canal, the anterior median fissure, the posterior median sulcus, and the anterior column, the posterior column, the lateral column, the ventral roots, the posterior roots, the dorsal root ganglion, the dorsal ramus, the anterior ramus or ventral ramus, the dorsal ramus, the ventral ramus. This is the sympathetic chain ganglion. Chain ganglion. Notice how it is on the size of the vertebrae, right? It's on the size of the sympathetic chain ganglion. That's why it's called paravertebra. What about the other one that I said, collateral or prevertebra? That will be anteriorly, that will be here. It doesn't show it. It only shows one of the communicants. This is the white communicant, by the way. All right, and then this is the epidural space where all these fat and blood vessels are. This is the dura mater. This line here is the subdural space. This over here is the arachnoid mater. This is the pia mater. This white portion I'm going around is the arachnoid mater. And so all this space here is the subarachnoid space.